In Ukraine, the Russian-backed mayor in the eastern city of Donetsk is accusing Ukrainian forces of killing 13 people after shelling the area. 2 children are said to be among the dead. It follows a similar attack on Saturday, which officials say killed 4 people. Donetsk city has been controlled by Russian-backed separatists since 2014. It comes as Ukraine's military says that its troops have crossed a key river in the northeast to regain lost territory. Crossing the Oskil River is significant. It may pave the way for an assault on Russian forces in the eastern Donbas region.
In the latest, Ukraine said its second-largest nuclear power plant was hit by Russian missiles. Ukraine's nuclear energy agency said the Russian army carried out a missile attack on the industrial site of the nuclear power plant in southern Ukraine's Mykolaiv. It added that the strike caused a powerful explosion just 300 meters from the plant's reactors. The energy agency, however, reassured that no one was injured in the incident and the reactors were operating normally. The development comes days after United Nations nuclear watchdog sent a team to inspect the situation at Russian-held Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Ukraine's largest nuclear plant acquired center stage in the conflict after Moscow and Kyiv accused each other of attacks in its vicinity.
Touring the country, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is banging the nationalist drum, warning Turkey may occupy Greek islands, which he claims Greece has militarized in violation of an international agreement. Athens insists the militarization of its island is in response to Turkish military threats. With Greece engaged in a significant rearmament program, buying weapons from the United States and France, along with military cooperation agreements, Athens says it's ready to stand up to its powerful neighbour.
Protests at the funeral of Mahsa Amini in her hometown in northern Iran. More protests in the capital Tehran, this one organized by university students. Amini's death has once again exposed tensions between the hardline Islamist regime and a young population yearning for more social freedoms. Many young Iranians are fed up with the morality police, which often uses violence to enforce a strict dress code in public life. The government denies that authorities used force against Amini and released CCTV footage that appears to show her collapsing at a police station.
Lunchtime in Mexico and the earth is jolted. High above the ground, they had nowhere to go.
Oh my God, look at the other buildings. They're all swaying.
Religious mass wasn't spared as panic and confusion spread on the streets. An hour earlier, alarms had rung out during a national earthquake drill. But this was the real deal. The 7.6 magnitude quake centred on the Pacific coast, about 700 kilometres west of Mexico City. The nation's president confirmed 1 person died on a day Mexicans know well. A ceremony had just been held to mark the anniversary of 2 other major quakes.
A new complaint is being filed with the International Criminal Court concerning the death of Al Jazeera journalist Shireen Abu Akleh by Israeli forces. The complaint is on behalf of Shireen's family. The Palestinian-American journalist was shot in the head by Israeli forces while on assignment in the occupied West Bank in May. Shireen was with Al Jazeera for 25 years, covering the story of the Israeli occupation.
Tonight, newly released video from the cockpit of a military jet solving the mystery of what caused it to crash into a North Texas neighborhood last year. A trainer was flying with a student pilot last September over the Naval Air Joint Reserve Base, Fort Worth. The video released by military officials shows the moments a bird comes into frame, suddenly flying into the Navy T-45 Goshawk and then getting sucked in. Both pilots bracing for an emergency landing.
Emergency, we are trying to make it to the runway.
All happening as alarms blare in the cockpit. Video cuts out before the jet crashes into a group of homes in a nearby residential area. Both occupants of the jet survive after ejecting, even though one of the pilots landed in a power line and was electrocuted.